Hello, Calebby here. Today, two of us are gathered here. What, like praying like that? Okay, I think that. I'm going to pray like that. Gathered here together in the name of the Lord, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gavin, and today I'm gathered here with Calebby, and we'll be talking about advices to give ourselves in our 20s.
Both of us are in our 30s, as you can see. Ggst1989.
Yeah, we're in our 30s, so we want to do this fun video to talk about some things that we notice.
Yep.
Okay, Ken.
We should get it rolling. But I realized just now when I see that video, I realized the way I talk to a human and to the camera sounds different.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about things we learned in our 20s, yes.
From my end, I understand that your channel, you started a while back. It was on games Crash Royale, right?
Yeah, Clash Royale, correct.
But recently, you have moved to share your experiences more into personal development. So I'm actually curious to know, what does personal development mean to you?
Yeah, I guess for me, when I first started this channel, I wanted to reach out to a bunch of, not a bunch like the youth through gaming. So as I was doing this, I realized that I don't know how effective it is Then I came about this thing about personal development, where we are all learning how to improve ourselves as we grow older, and I thought of sharing some of the knowledge that I learned as I started studying in my 20s to kind of help people understand themselves better so that they can have a better life. So there are different aspects of personal development. There is your own physical health, your mental health, and also there's spiritual health, spiritual aspect, and also even monetary aspects. It's a bit like becoming an adult kind of thing. We need to manage everything so that we are balanced. Like a game character. It's something that I just recently thought of doing. So I mean, here we are talking about it, and I really liked the aspect that you put on your channel, and I was very curious to find out from you. It's been so long since we met, to hear from you what kind of gave you this idea to come out with this whole YouTube channel. Actually, I'm wondering, like, for yourself, because I understand your channel, it talks a lot about financial. How do you come into this whole idea to talk about it?
Okay, so previously I started my YouTube channel very long ago, 2018. I started to only post trailers, movie trailers. At first it was the League of Legends clips. Okay, so I was trying to find ways to make money or to have different streams of income. When we learn from those gurus in the internet, so they all always spoke of having different streams of income. So I tried out different ways like Shopify. Then from Shopify, I was following this YouTube channel, and that guy actually mentioned about doing YouTube videos, and you don't even need your face to appear on the video. It's just taking clips from different places and then making a montage. So I tried that on League of Legends.
So in essence, you also grew. Do you feel that you grew personally, like you grew in your skill set, and actually you became more aware of how to make money I mean, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it would broaden how we perceive things that could look very simple, and for skill sets it does improve. Like before all this YouTube stuff, I haven't did any video editing, so all learn on the go from YouTube.
Wow, so now you're very skilled So you actually have grown your personal development in a way that, would you say that from where you were in 2017 to now 2020, you have grown actually quite a bit
Yeah, I guess so. From making YouTube videos, we are still far from perfect, of course. Yeah, better than 2017.
I just started only, so I'm very curious Thank you for sharing because it's something that's very interesting Like, I ever heard of the idea of making money via YouTube, but I didn't know it was even possible until recently. I think you were sharing and I was looking up. It's quite interesting I'm also just wondering, like, what got you into wanting to have multiple sources of income? Because I mean, living in Singapore, for me, I think only when I started to saw a bit of your videos and some videos, then I started to realize that actually I need to start planning for my future, my family in the future. So I also like a bit of a headache So how about you? Like, when do you even start getting into this whole like the source of income, or like investing and all this kind of thing?
One of my aspirations is to be a millionaire by 30, but now I'm already 30, but I'm not millionaire yet. So probably have to shift that aspiration further into the future. So that was from, I think, during NS time, I started to have that dream or desire to be financially free. I think it was also that time that I started to read on those Rich Dad Poor Dad book.
I think that's also part of personal development. I think today we're here to really understand what are things that we want to tell ourselves if you're in our 20s, and what do you think are some things you would advise yourself if you were like 20 years old again, what would you tell yourself?
My advice would be to tell myself, don't be so overconfident. When I was in NS, I started to read like all the books on Warren Buffett. In a way, it builds this perception that, oh, I'm almost as good as him already. So once I started investing, I will be able to get how many percent return over how many years. That's why there was this aspiration that, oh, becoming a millionaire by 30 is easy.
So definitely the financial aspect of being not so overconfident. When I was in my 20s, I wasn't even thinking about money. I was just thinking about playing, and I was into cards so into a lot of magic. So I didn't really worry too much. I think it's only when I started working then that's where I thought that I save a bit and my future should be fine kind of thing and yeah, I think that's something for me is to think about, to set goals I mean, your goals, your aspiration is to hit a million. That was a goal for you. My goal was I wanted to help people not really save the world kind of thing, but like make people's life a better place, something like that. So that's why I went on this journey of personal development to understand myself, understand people, and how we can actually help one another. So yeah, it's quite interesting like how some of these things also cross paths because I think investing is something that will help people at the end of the day. It's something that as I've been reading a bit more about how like money devalues over time, right? Like what the $10 today
inflation
might not be something like that, right? And can you tell us more, like in your own opinion, what's the best way to approach this whole investing kind of a thing?
Usually the best advice is for passive investors, so people who don't take a chunk of their time to read up on the different companies' annual report. Then the best suggestion is still just to put money consistently aside into investment vehicles which generate higher than inflation returns. So basically anything more than 4 or 5% is good enough.
Wow, okay. I see. So we talked about in being not so overconfident, right? And we talked a bit about personal development. And I think if you're a 20-year-old watching this video, I'm wondering what else can we say to them to kind of get them to think about some of these things we wanted to share? Like you talk about investing, and how do you even go about this whole concept? I'm very curious. Like imagine you're 20-year-old, and for Singaporeans, we have to, we're all Singaporeans, right? I'm wondering, like, when we're in our 20s, what could we do to even get all this knowledge from, and how do we even go about it? Because I think I wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest.
I guess I have to start reading. I think maybe I was lucky. I have this friend who has his business, then he's very into all those personal finance books, so he'll keep recommending me. That's also how I got to know the Robert Kiyosaki's different type of books. That first one, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, was really good.
And I think also some of this reading is definitely very important. And if I were to ask you, compared to now and in your 20s, how much time do you spend reading actually?
Actually 20s I read more. Maybe because it's
really?
NS period. Yeah, only half an hour to 1 hour a day.
Wow. So where do you get articles? Do you like listen to podcasts, or you find different books that on like investing?
I got Kindle.
Okay. So for those that don't know what Kindle is, it's a book that is electronic, right?
Yeah, should I take it?
Kindle. It looks like iPad, but it's not really an iPad, right? It's more of a Kindle, like electronic book, right?
Yeah, so it's supposed to reduce the stress to your eye, like it doesn't glare on it. Then it's linked to Amazon.
I think I need to get one. No wonder my eyes are like spoiling. I always try to read on the computer. You spend so much time on the computer. So reading, I think reading is something we could tell ourselves to do when we are 20s. When I was in my 20s, I don't really read actually. I'm just playing. I'm spending most of my time playing. I was into a lot of card magic. I thought that I wanted to be a magician last time, so I went into that whole path of like cards. I still have cards now, like here and everything . So I was very into cards. But then now I realize I think I need to increase some knowledge in improving my financial stability, because it's quite it's quite scary lah, living in Singapore. I think being one of the richest country and now with this whole COVID thing, I think everyone's quite panicking, or maybe just me, I'm panicking. How about you, Leh? How you feel about this whole COVID situation?
Actually, I feel quite calm. Maybe I don't know, is it because maybe our organization are more essential services, like okay, we'll be fine. It could also be the I'm not sure if you heard before the emergency fund. There's this concept on the emergency fund.
Okay, still editing the video, but I realized that it is way too long. That video is 20 minutes long, so we'll cut it into 2 parts. This video is the first part, and next week we'll post the second video. So for the credit card updates, I will be posting it on the following week after that. Do check out the description. I'll leave the link to Gavin's video right here, so you can check out his other videos. Like this video if you find the content helpful or useful to you. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you guys next time.